Oh, what a day. Just been out for a bit of a walk here in the Kootenays. Beautiful day. It's like maybe +2 right now and just amazing. A little bit misty. You can probably hear the squirrel in the distance there. Not very happy that I'm here. But welcome back. Thanks for joining me again, to everybody out there. And today I just kind of want to talk about what to expect for the first day of the gym and what you needed. So like in my gym bag, if I were to go the first day, I'd really only bring 3 to 4 things. I'd bring, a pair of shoes with me, a water bottle, my headphones. You don't have to have them. I just feel more comfortable with them. And then as well, a lock for the locker. And honestly, you probably don't even need the lock if you take everything out of your bag. I mean, simple as that. So really, you don't really need much to go. There's lots of gyms out there with the free kind of trial. And I'd recommend maybe going to, 2 or 3 different gyms even for the free trial, just to see which one's more comfortable. Because even myself, I've been to a few others before where you don't feel comfortable with, certain gyms have like a following and they're just not quite as comfortable as others. So that's what I recommend. Just, try 2 or 3, which ones you're comfortable with, and then stick to that one. As well, maybe just start month to month if you can at first. There's nothing worse than putting yourself in a position financially as well, where you sign up for the whole year because it's cheaper, but a month or 2 in, you find out that maybe this gym's not for me. I don't like this, or I want to try something at home and do a home workout instead. But then you're committed into going to there, right? And that's it can drive you away from the gym as well. So I'm just going to pull out my notebook here. I was kind of excited to get started and nervous, so I didn't have things quite set up the way I wanted to, right? Why do you want to join the gym? Or why do you want to go on this health journey? Like, what created that spark inside of you? And what can you do to keep that spark and turn it into an ember, ultimately a fire, and just keep growing it? Because this journey it's a long journey. It's not, I do this and that today and tomorrow I'm a different person. No, it's week over week, month over month. You start to see little improvements, which is exciting, but you just can't expect it all to happen overnight. It takes a while. So just keep that in mind, I guess is what I want to say. Don't have huge expectations when you go at first. I mean, it's good to have some expectations, like you want to get stronger, or, you want to lose X amount of weight or body fat, because those are good to have as well. Kind of gives you a goal, but just not to set those expectations too high. And then in a month or 2, when you don't see it happening, it's kind of deflating, and then you're going to want to quit. So I just say start small. Try to aim for 2 to 3 days a week to go to the gym. That's always a good starting point, right? You can always go more, but if you start really hard, 5, 6, 7 days a week, then you're just going to burn yourself out and take the fun out of it. You just have to remember why you're there and just slowly gain momentum and just keep the fire burning, rather than a huge bonfire and then nothing ultimately as well, right? Change takes time. I said that kind of earlier, but it's going to take week over week, month over month for you to actually see some changes. And don't be, upset with that. I mean, look at other metrics in your life. Like, how is your sleep been? Are you sleeping better at night? Do you feel better? Are people actually mentioning to you, saying like, hey, you look really good. What have you been doing differently? And those are the signs that you should be looking for, is the others around you, because they notice a little bit more sometimes, rather than you always constantly looking in the mirror and the scale, right? You have to be able to push yourself, but don't overdo it. I mean, You don't want to push yourself where you're going to be overwhelming yourself or causing panic or just, making yourself feel bad because you missed a day. I mean, we all do it. It's normal. If you're going to miss a day here and there, that's fine. I even found myself in this journey where, I'd be coming around the holidays and be like, well, I can't get to the gym, or, if something comes up in life, but ultimately that's fine. I mean, I just looked at it a different way. Like, if I can't go to the gym this week, I'll just have it as a deload week and give my body some more time to heal. So hopefully when I get to the gym the following week, I'll just be stronger and be able to push a little bit harder anyways. So it's good to take those little breaks, because life happens unexpectedly. Things will happen here and there, and that's totally fine. I know for myself, when I first started at the gym, I went to a big box gym. I signed up for the year. I thought I needed all this stuff, and overall I didn't. And when I started as well, to be honest, I thought I just had to walk on the treadmill, do more and more of that. It took me probably a couple months of just doing that and watching people before I actually started lifting weights, and listening to hours and hours of podcasts in between that. But once I finally did, I started feeling, so much better. And you just realize that the gym is, a welcoming place. It took me a while to actually realize that, because I thought it was this big place, where big guys or big bodybuilders that don't have the time for anybody, but ultimately they do. If you ask questions, people will help you. I mean, you're still going to get people in the gym where they're not as friendly, but I mean, anywhere we go, we run into that, right? It doesn't matter where we are, you run into that all the time. Man, those squirrels really aren't happy that I'm sitting here. I mean, it's a beautiful spot, though. I have a creek not too far from here, and people were actually on their skis doing cross-country skiing in here, and it's just a beautiful place. I've been to a couple different places today on a walk, because it's nice on Sundays to just, go out for a walk before the week starts, just to bring in some nature and just be still. That's what I like. It brings me back to just the calm, I guess, before the week ahead. Because I know the week ahead, it's always a struggle to get going sometimes. So just a nice little break in between. I want to ask everybody out there as well, what brought you here, and what are you looking for ultimately? You can leave a comment down below. I'd appreciate that, just to say, hey, like, what you're doing and where you want to be in the next little bit, and then we can try to help each other, get you there. And yeah, all the best to everybody out there. But for now, I think I'm going to hike back up all this snowy terrain, get to the trail, and get out of here and go home and do a little bit of meal prep before tomorrow. And we'll see you guys hopefully soon. This is the Life Unfiltered. So thanks again, and wishing everybody well. Take care.